Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, we'll start with today's show. But before we begin, I just want to explain to those who say, "CHUKS, the show they come late these days and what's they happen." Now, apart from those days who decide they go on errands, I go write exam. This transfer window sometimes like today now when the money show will come late now because some of the sources why they wait for we don't get the same time zone. So there are journalists that are on the media space, on social media, their websites, I go wait make them drop the news. So I know just because of the sake of say I want drop news online, I can't drop nothing or drop something say you know really hold water. So I have to wait for the news to drop, and that is why like today now they record this video by 12:35, go edit am, do some kind of finishing touches, come upload am, you get you go don reach maybe that kind to 2 or 2 o'clock before you go come watch am. So I just bear with me na the season we dey. Alright, for today news, the Athletic gonna let us know say Kepa Arrizabalaga is expected at Arsenal this week, you get, because the guy is expected at the Soha Realty Training Center. Arsenal's next significant arrival is likely going to be goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga, who is expected this week. So that's according to the Arsenal arm of the Athletic Gunners blog. So now good thing, we'll just bring that money so we don't mark the register. We don't get our goalkeeper for next season. Let's look forward and bring other targets to come and join us. Away from that, so the Daily Mail, how they analyze if Thomas Partey leaves Arsenal at the end of the day, which person Arsenal will use replace him? You get one name, Agume, this Sevilla defensive midfielder, we don't the trend since. So the Daily Mail when they talk say that guy, they regard him as the next N'Golo Kante. This is I no go lie, I don't go YouTube go watch the guy. Lucien Agume, then you can go and watch him also. So Arsenal are considering a move for him in case, because you have to cover all your base. In case Thomas Partey leaves, because Thomas Partey said they cover all in base because he don't follow people talk already. I seen they follow Arsenal talk. So we two guys dey follow other people talk na normal level. No be say we wan make him leave, but we need to make sure that we have options, just like he has options too. You get. So more just watch the guy from wetin I watch. He's a decent player. Mind you, he's not coming to slot into the first 11. Now cover for Zubimendi he go be, and he's a young player at about 23 years old. So he's decent. That's according to the Athletic. So more just see how everything will unfold at the end of the day, because at that time, needs to bolster his midfield. Very, very important. Yes. Now, away from that, Victor Gyokeres transfer saga takes a new twist. As the phone call where Gyokeres and Federico Varandas do, they don't leak him for social media. We don't have Gyokeres camp leak him. Abina Varandas camp leak him. No. But Sports Bible, they let also say it has been leaked. Where I can't believe say make the likes of Fabrizio Romano, Charles Watts, Chris Whitley, everybody going to put mouth for the matter now. We'll soon get to that. So as everything be, well, on Tuesday, Portuguese outlet Record, relayed by Sport Witness, released a shock report that Gyokeres has made a phone call to sporting director. Then do mistake, he's not the director, it's the president, Federico Varandas, you get, about the situation of things. How he explained to and say he does not want and will not, of his own free will, return to Alvalade, which is the training ground of Sporting Lisbon, having appealed to the president to understand the importance of the moment, the Portuguese outlet claims. Now, Record added, if Arsenal sign another striker in the meantime and discard Gyokeres, Gyokeres will never forgive those responsible for this, because he has put in so much work in this particular deal for it to be a reality. In fact, it has previously been suggested that Gyokeres could leave for a fee of 60 plus 10 add-ons, but Varandas rubbished that talk. One thing is certain, Sporting will never accept 60 plus 10, which was what Varandas said. I don't know, I remember when Varandas make that statement. But based on say Sesko self not going to do normal. So Arsenal, all eyes on Gyokeres. Even the London Evening Standard mentioned that Gyokeres makes final threats to Sporting in a desperate push to make the Arsenal move. Gyokeres is said to be desperate to join Arsenal and warned Varandas that he will never forgive Sporting Lisbon if they delay and force Arsenal to look elsewhere for a new striker. He made it clear that he has no intention of returning to the club for new season and pre-season or whatever. It is not the first time this summer that the sporting president has been dragged into this transfer saga. Yes. I was listening to CHUKS on his podcast. Wait, but said they explain, say, see, the way Gyokeres they handle this matter, it no really makes sense because you go make some people they talk say, if this player can come Arsenal, if Arsenal do what you know like, she now so go strong arm Arsenal saying one leave. But my answer to CHUKS now say, in as much as I no support what Gyokeres they do, I explained it yesterday that legally he's wrong, he's on the wrong side of the law. But morally, ethically, he's right because they breached, like the breach of trust. They promised him and they never fulfilled their own part of the promise. He fulfilled the own part, he's supposed to leave, but they told him, stay one more year, we will let you go for so amounts. So for Arsenal know they give players buyout clause. So the situation where they see the Sporting Lisbon cannot happen at Arsenal. We know they get anything like gentleman agreement or maybe exit clause or buyout clause. No. Anybody who won't buy you will come follow us talk. You get that's why it is quite difficult for you to hear say so player come Arsenal. That's why you hear say Madrid don't sign Saliba. I want to have. You must come and negotiate with Arsenal. And Arsenal will tell you he's not for sale. So what you want to do? You know if you go meet the player, go there and say you will join me. Even if the player say yes, I like you, I want to join you. There is no clause for you to trigger. So it's dead on arrival. So what's going to talk say some Arsenal fans are going to talk and say this guy with the do us, they do them like this, may not do us. At the same time, Watt also said some Arsenal fans like what is happening at Sporting Lisbon because they feel say this boy really desperate like this to play for Arsenal. If you come here, you go fight for the shirts. I never mentioned this I don't mention that for long. Say the energy with the boy they put in, the zeal, the desire to wear this our shirts. I never see him before. You get. In fact, Chris Whitley kind of mentioned saying this was the same thing where people like Trossard do under Roberto De Zerbi at Brighton. Trossard forced to come and play for us because Trossard back then and De Zerbi they had an issue. He get one other player, but then Lalana or something, I can't remember. Came one person be saying in with Trossard get issue for that place. They made Trossard come say, okay, I won't come out, I don't want to stay again. That's why the guy can end up for here. Since when Trossard don't come here, you don't hear saying they disrespectful to anybody. You don't hear saying fight anybody. So nobody use what saying Gyokeres they do sports in the Georgia in the future. Say if he come as na him go, they don't enjoy something like that. So many issues about this Gyokeres matter, but more just to watch. Anyhow the thing go unfold, I go let you know. Now away from that, so even William Gallas, normal, this is like I must talk now. So Gallas won't come as I talk about us and say, he didn't see everything where they happen for social media. But one thing is clear. If Arsenal enter this new season without a striker, they will struggle. They will surely struggle and they will suffer. They will slide down. They will go down. Because I could see Arsenal slipping down the table if they don't sign a striker this summer. If you look at the statistics, you could say that last season was worse than the season before. Maybe the squad is slowly dropping off. Maybe opponents are working out how to play against Arsenal, which they have done by playing 10 men behind the ball. That will make things even more difficult. Because next season, I want to still believe, say, the same 10 men behind the ball when they play against us, they will continue on. Because we now don't clear everybody down. Say, next season, when they come win, we don't come play. If I think the first time we are making our intent known, say, next season, and premeditated, we won't win the league. We don't come share. So other 19 clubs will say, no, come with now. Go with and make us see. Anybody who want to play again, tell more do pack out pass now. Yeah. So I like what Gallas is saying. We must, it's an obligation. We must sign a striker. Yes, and make them quickly wrap up everything. Now, the world famous architect, one of the world's famous architects reveals his stance on Emirates Stadium expansion as Arsenal targets 80,000 capacity. Now, Mace, in case you don't know him, so Mace, who is the Senior Vice President and Director of Global Sports Design at AECOM, the multinational construction firm who handled the construction of the SoFi Stadium, the home of Kroenke's LA Rams franchise. So Baba can talk about Arsenal and their potential expansion of the Emirates Stadium. Now, Arsenal won't carry the Emirates Stadium go 80,000 capacity for 2025. But they say fast forward to 2025, Arsenal want to expand the Emirates Stadium. Last summer, co-chairman Josh Kroenke said the club had held preliminary conversations about potentially upgrades to their 60,704-seater home to generate more revenue. Now, when you look at the plans of Arsenal and many other clubs, you see the one where they paint white. Now, people will say that they plan to increase their stadium capacity. Like Manchester United, now they are planning to go to 100,000 capacity. Arsenal is planning to go to 80,000 capacity. Newcastle plans to go to 70,000 capacity. Then Chelsea plans to go to 60,000 capacity. Whereas some people those already on blue, they already increase their own. Like Spurs, they increase them to 62,000. West Ham 62,000. So now, when you look all these things, why do Arsenal want to do this revenue generation? Now, my step when they ask and the question say, does an 80,000 seater stadium make financial sense for Arsenal? He say, ostensibly, the bigger the stadium, the more pounds and decibels Arsenal can extract from their fan base. In reality, however, the truth about capacity is more nuanced. As an architect, I know scarcity is valuable, Mace explains. Now, Babako explains, say, as soon as a team have available seats every game, it's harder to sell season tickets or luxury boxes because everybody will delay to buy tickets because people say, seats, yakpa, you get. But when we reach 60,000 capacity, you know, say, oh, no, seats no go deal, everybody go run, go buy. But I want to tell Mace that, see, if Arsenal increase them to 80,000, people go see they struggle them up. Arsenal get so much fans plenty, joke. They go see they struggle to fill them up. So I don't believe that one. As long as Arsenal are doing fine. Now, when club know they do fine, people go there reluctant to say they go buy ticket for. Do you remember all those days they say we're going to play match? Our club going to say we lose every week. We lose every week. You're not so special. We lose every week. Remember when they sing all those songs? Nobody knock us up and down. Now the other kind of song again. So people derive joy, have this pride, of ownership. Arsenal our own. If something say I live for London now, no go. You actually want to miss a match in a week. The one I'm going to go there every day. Those of them they live in London, I don't know what God do for them. All right, away from that, let's read a message from one of our sponsors, Zifty Tech, professional web development company. So they are a trusted brand that can help you launch your professional websites. They can build websites like e-commerce, corporate, crypto, real estate, and so much more. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 703685 8662, and you can also visit their website at www.ziftytech.com.ng to get started with their services. At the same time, let's begin message from another of our sponsor, Poria Logistics and Delivery Services. So they are into import and export, pick-up delivery, doorstep delivery, courier delivery, haulage, transport logistics, dispatch and errand services. So they ship to US, Canada, UK, European countries. Even if you want to receive, they can receive for you also. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 807547 8645 or 08092445644. And their head office is at Block D, Shop 41, Binukono Ultra Modern Markets, Ojota, Lagos. And their Ikorodu office is at 28 Oriwu Road, Italewa, Ikorodu, Lagos State. So if you're interested in any of the services, do reach out to them. Now, away from that, there is this interview where they make the rounds. I don't know whether I don't watch them, whether they interview Chuba Akpom, who is one of the former Arsenal players. I call the ask and say, she want to make Arsenal buy Victor Gyokeres or Benjamin Sesko. You can say it's not even close. It's not close at all. Say for me, Gyokeres. Say because we want to win now. And this is something we many Arsenal fans carry for mind. Say, since we want to sign player now, this is the perfect person to say we need to bring in. You get, and if we bring them, we go make a lot of them because he was saying it is subjective at the end of the day. Because I know personal choice. You can talk about the age of Sesko, but Gyokeres is ready now. You know, I played against Gyokeres in the championship. He took Coventry to the playoff finals, basically alone, with one or two players. He's gone to Portugal and he scored, like 50 goals in both seasons. If Arsenal are looking for now, then it's Gyokeres. And if Arsenal had Gyokeres the past few seasons, I'm not saying we would have won the league, but I think Gyokeres is the beast, and we need him right now. So many Arsenal fans will say yes, Chuba Akpom, no really they wrong. But Bible going to talk about, they're going to ask, okay, apart from Gyokeres, which other player would like me cast and bring? He can mention Rodrigo. Say, I would love Rodrigo on the left. In fact, my dream team is Rodrigo, Gyokeres, Bukayo Saka. Say, that forward go mad. Say, the boys are knock anybody knocking. The way the guy they talk and he gets so, but we'll just watch. Anyhow, we'll be sure. I will let you know, and there's reports that Real Madrid have actually placed the price on the same Rodrigo. And Real Madrid have placed 90 million euros according to the Spanish outlet Cadena Ser, which is about 77 million pounds. Yeah, so now the amount where Real Madrid would like to sell the player. So we'll just watch. Although other reports they talk say if Arsenal offer than 70 million, it will be okay for the guy to move. Now, Gianluca De Marzio, who represents Sky Sports Italia, can talk say Maximiliano Allegri has approved the deal for Theo Hernandez to leave to Al Hilal and to get his replacement in Zinchenko. So we'll just watch how everything will unfold. I know say AC Milan don't get rival for full. And before now, interest. But now we will say Theo Hernandez don't leave. Obviously, they need to bring the replacements, and that's where Zinchenko ticks all the boxes for AC Milan. So we'll just watch whether they're going to put their money where their mouth is. The report I just mentioned now, the Daily Mail put out that report that Real Madrid set price for key Arsenal target Rodrigo, with the Brazilian forward exploring his many options. So I don't think we should waste time on this story. We've taken it already, so let's proceed. Now, more stories about Gyokeres. You see Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio Romano posted this thing before I went live. He said Victor Gyokeres has already personally informed Sporting President Varandas about his decision to leave. No intention to play for the club anymore. Gyokeres wants a new chapter. He feels heartbroken after exit pacts, not expected to return to training. Fabrizio Romano can give attribution to Ebola. Let you know, say in the quote waiting Ebola talk, which means he's giving credibility to the report from Ebola, who is a Portuguese source. Because in your source, no get this news. In fact, I'm coming to that place. Make I show you Charles stuff. The same thing way Fabrizio Romano talk, Charles self repeat them. Victor Gyokeres has personally informed Sporting, but you know, talks that Fabrizio Romano talk, instead of say sources from Portugal. You get even Chris Whitley, when you go to his own website, instead of talking the same thing, Gyokeres has told Sporting Lisbon, blah 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 blah. You know the funny thing, 3 of them report them at the same time. Now, why did I put this news? We know this news already. Fabrizio Romano is coming late to the party. This news when drop now, we don't know yesterday. We already dropped us since yesterday. We got the news from Record themselves. Record already talk am. What is the significance of this? It is for you to understand that Fabrizio Romano is not a monopolist. He doesn't hold a monopoly of the news media area. He gets some news where Fabrizio Romano don't know, because in sources no get mouth for that area. Make I bust your brain. Thomas Partey matter, you don't see any exclusive news from Fabrizio Romano. No be Buchilaba they drop news. Why? Because Buchilaba an African. And you're talking about Africa. No, I go get some people they close. Osimhen news now Buchilaba breaker. Say Baba no go sign for Al Hilal. Fabrizio Romano never got on this because you there for Africa. They will play. You're supposed to get close access to that player, that Fabrizio Romano. Just like in this Portugal level, people like Record, people like Korea de Maha, even though sometimes they drop rubbish. People like Ebola, you get people like CNN Portugal. These are people that are on ground. Now their sources they ground. Not be you where you maybe Italia, you don't want another place. So you say if they don't tell you, you don't go know. Like when Fabrizio Romano come that last and say, this thing they talk. No be saying I lie you, but I cannot confirm it. Somebody sent me that and say, Mr. Choose, Fabrizio Romano don't debunk what you talk. Say na lie. I say, I can't go watch it see Fabrizio talk. I say Fabrizio never said it's a lie. He said he could not confirm it. There are two different things. Because in source no get mouth there. There are some news that are exclusive to some sources, to some news media, for a reason. Just like this news now, Romano give attribution to Ebola. Why? Ebola now get the exclusive news. Maybe not because Romano Naka, Chris has come Naka, Chris Whitley, everybody going to talk. You get so for you to know say no be only Fabrizio Romano the see road. Even though others are not that popular, but themselves get their sources that are credible. With that being said, let's move on. Now, away from that, Chris Whitley can let us know say Miles Lewis Kelly has signed his new Arsenal contract. We will keep him for Arsenal until 2030 one of the most exciting talents in the academy. Skelly is now set to become one of the club's highest earning young players. Yes, I am very, very happy for him. Very, very happy. Official announcements coming soon from Arsenal. Even Charles Watt said it this morning that yesterday Skelly did photo shoots. So in the coming days this week, I hope so, Arsenal will upload those pictures, announce them officially. Now it's just unofficial announcements where all of us the reports. At the same time, the Athletic on the talk say Arsenal they view Gabriel Martinelli as a valued contributor to their club and expect him to stay at Arsenal this summer. Now, the Brazilian is happy at the club, but if an attractive buyer come in at an appropriate price, Arsenal could shift that position. This is something we have been saying all along, so I know the surprise. Now, another report will come from Portugal, where the James Nakos. Now, the fact say Victor Gyokeres has switched sponsors, going from Nike to Adidas, and Adidas now the same sponsor where they sponsor Arsenal boots. All this one I go look at a small detail, but all up far because the guy no say see where I go end up. Anything will go be like a stumbling block, where they no be like say they can come out for road. So Baba don't change sponsors, don't deal with the one we deal with Arsenal. This guy, I don't know what's in Arsenal do, and we say he want make sure say like for him, he just feel say this is like the move of a lifetime because Arsenal are on the up and up. So if you don't join them now, he go miss am. You get? And Arsenal said they look for somebody like this. We need somebody like this to be the icing on the cake. Everything good. So everything that Sporting Lisbon had the day. We just do normal. Give the guy the permission to go. Then tell Arsenal to agree because you couldn't see the vex say that agreement una must honor. You get? Una must allow Arsenal to pay 60 plus 10. Now what una agree? So that is the bone of contention. So we now just the wait. We want the two warring parties solve their problems. We enter there. This kind of person is desperate to come and play for you. Wages will never be a problem. Wages will never be a problem between this kind of person. You see the love he has for us already from afar. But it is what it is. Let's move on. Now, we want again is about Jorel Heto. We want to hear say Arsenal are pushing to beat Chelsea to the signature of the player. So the player's agent has been back in London in the last few hours. So development should be expected soon because as of now, we never really know waiting the guy agents and Arsenal discuss. When they say London, we don't know whether he come Arsenal can go Chelsea because the two clubs in London. You get although Chelsea the Club World Cup. You get so in the coming days we will know whether true what then discuss whether we'll get any hope of signing the player. So let's bring you another message from another of our sponsor, Mobile Wealth Associates and Co Limited. They're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 8064642234, and they're located at number 7 Ekeniwo Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of the services, do reach out to them. So my dear Arsenal lovers, the biggest news of the day. Now the first Kepa Arrizabalaga, according to the Athletic, is expected at Arsenal this week, maybe to come do a medical or to come do photo shoots to finalize everything about the diamond. So yes, we don't get our second choice goalkeeper heading into next season. And with that being said, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show and ends like come your way in the evening to give the evening news for them. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Not them out. All right, guys. I'll be there soon. Ciao.